Is the self-revive kit ruining the gameplay for ABI? Because right now, the community is divided about this item. One of ABI's top streamers is currently asking it for its removal. Players are arguing whether it improves the experience or completely destroys the hardcore identity of the game. And the scary part here is, this might not just be about one tactical item. It might be about the direction that the game is heading for. Let's talk about it. During the full release of Arena Breakout Infinite last September 15, 2025, we were introduced to loads of content. We got a new map expansion for farm, special ops game modes, new weapons, the removal of purchasable coins, the introduction of the trophy room aka your shelter, and part of that shelter is a crafting table where you can craft bullets, high tier armor, and tactical items. And specifically for those tactical items, feedback was very mixed amongst the players, as these items provided significant advantages. If used at the right moment, they can completely turn a gunfight around. We have syringes that add HP values, we have syringes that heal broken limbs in seconds, and now we have the self-revive kit, which in the name itself, it allows you to revive yourself without the need of a teammate. That sounds good, right? But here's where things get messy. Recently, one of the top Twitch streamers for Arena Breakout Infinite, Baked Jake, tweeted this. He says, "Remove self-revive, please. Make a poll, no one wants it." This is coming from a creator that has always had positive things to say and showcase for the game. Seeing him voice out like this speaks volumes, because when someone who usually promotes and defends the game starts pushing back, that means there's a real problem right here. And checking the feedback of his tweet, these replies were very mixed. Some players were actually liking this item, saying, "I like it. It is definitely improving player experience if you are on the attacking side more often. When you're down, your teammates can't get you and you are in the safe spot. Why not res myself instead of waiting for death desperately?" Another tweets, "I think it's fine having the item, but the mechanics behind it are too forgiving for being down in the first place. Self-revive, if kept, should be a longer use time. And when revived, the player should have blackened limbs. Shouldn't be used to get back into a fight quickly." And then others want it gone entirely, including red ammo. A reply says, "100% agree. Make the solo experience a bit better." Another reply says, "Make the items not buyable also for red ammo. You need to loot the items to craft red ammo or the self-revive." Next reply says, "Yes, remove it. Also remove red ammo from the workbench and remove it from everyone's stash and make it only found in raid. Thanks." And final featured reply, "At the very least, remove it from every mode but solo ops. Being able to self-revive on a squad is dumb and unfair for the solo players. I understand getting a second chance in solo ops, but if a 4-man is all running self-revives, then it's damn near impossible to get team wiped." And here's the interesting part, that tweet got some attention, but it wasn't enough. It didn't get as much engagement as you would expect. No other big creators were actually responding, and that tells you something. And I understand somewhat you would ask, so what is actually the problem with the self-revive kit? Well, there are a few layers to this, and they all tie back to one core principle. Extraction shooters are built on consequence. The more we soften consequence, the more we drift from what made the experience special. First is immersion. In a real gunfight, when you are down, supposedly you should be dead. That finality is part of what makes extraction shooters tense. You miss position, you overpeak, you lose a trade, you pay for that. But with a self-revive, that consequence becomes negotiable, and this makes realism less of a priority. But if that was the case, sometimes you'd ask yourself, is the game still going hardcore or are they taking a different direction? And I know some people would say, just go for the headshot. It immediately eliminates them. And yes, technically that's the best counter. If you eliminate someone with a headshot, they are fully gone. But here's the issue. The head HP value is at 40. You often need tier 5 or red ammo to fully eliminate someone. And that's not even factoring the equipment that they're wearing. Head HP has been a long time complaint. It just doesn't make sense. When you shoot someone in the face, you hear their brain splatter and they're still alive and breathing. So while we say just headshot them sounds simple, it's not always realistic in actual combat situations, especially when ammo economy matters. And here's the biggest issue, with a self-revive kit, it disassembles the risk versus reward experience. And allow me to give you a realistic gameplay scenario. Imagine this. You win the initial trade, you down 2 players, so it's now a 3v1. You push to secure the wipe, one self-revive behind the cover, suddenly it becomes a 2v2 encounter. So now you are forced to burn through your best ammo, you overextend, you lose the fight that you've already won. What should have been a clean wipe becomes a hard reset for you. And that didn't affect just that fight. Longer fights meant you're more prone to get third-partied, you expend more ammo, and a gunfight that should have ended in 3 to 5 minutes now drags too long. And that's not tension, it's basically prolonging what shouldn't be. Remember, extraction shooters are known for finality, whereas the self-revive kit introduces flexibility where there used to be consequence, and that changes the feel of the entire gameplay experience. And as I went on writing this script, I got to thinking, did anyone really ask for this? No one really knows who asked for this specific feature. So when something like this gets added, players start questioning the direction. Currently, there's speculation that the Chinese server communities prefer faster and more arcade-like pacing, and maybe that influenced it, maybe it didn't, we don't really know. But when controversial features stack up over the seasons, players begin to feel unheard. Whether this is intentional or not, decisions like these make players question the identity of the game. And that might not be a big deal for a lot of you, but in the long run, that's very dangerous. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying to boycott Arena Breakout Infinite. It's one of the best extraction shooters we have right now, one of the best free-to-play alternatives to Escape from Tarkov. But it feels like it's slowly burning, very small flames, small enough that not everybody notices, until one day that flame engulfs the entire house. We have some players saying Season 0 was the peak of ABI, and others saying this is our only choice of an extraction game right now, we'll just wait for the next good one and leave this one. When your players are already planning to leave in the future, that should matter. More and more extraction shooters are on the way, and the existing ones are also improving. So the real question becomes, were these gacha draws, out of place skins, questionable balancing changes, and immersion breaking features, were they worth it, slowly alienating the audience that built your game? Because in the end, this isn't really about the self-revive kit. It's about ABI and the direction they're taking. If the goal is to preserve hardcore identity, the self-revive should be removed or severely reworked. If it stays, then maybe increase the activation time. When you get revived, you still retain your injuries. Maybe incur HP penalties when you get back up. Restrict the item to solo ops only. Make it loot only, not craftable. Because right now, it's like a safety net that mitigates the risk that you're supposed to experience. And honestly, hardcore players do not like safety nets as they prefer real consequences. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about the self-revive kit? Should they rework it? Should they remove it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, shameless plug here, if you're looking to purchase bonds in the game, you can use my buff link in the description to get discounted up to 30% to 50% on your bonds top up. This is legit, safe, and a lot of players in my community have been using this link a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new here, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.